When you go outside on a clear night and look up, you are participating in the greatest illusion in the natural world. You see stars. You see the glowing band of the Milky Way. If you have a telescope, you might see the faint, fuzzy smear of the Andromeda galaxy. The sky looks like an infinite frontier, an open ocean of light, waiting for us to eventually build the ships capable of crossing it. We tell ourselves that the universe is vast, but that it is ultimately a place we inhabit, a place that belongs to us. In 1995, astronomers pointed the Hubble Space Telescope at a tiny, completely empty patch of sky. A patch of darkness roughly the size of a grain of sand held at arm's length. They left the shutter open for 10 days. When the image came back, it was not empty. In that single grain of sand, there were 10,000 galaxies. By extrapolating that image across the entire sky and combining it with three-dimensional modeling of the observable universe, we arrived at a number: 2 trillion. There are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Hundreds of billions of stars in each one. Trillions of planets. A scale of matter and energy so incomprehensible that the human brain simply shuts down and files it under the word infinity. But it is not infinite. And it is not a frontier. It is a prison. Because the most terrifying discovery in modern astrophysics is not how large the universe is. It is how fast it is leaving us behind. To understand the cosmic quarantine we are living in, you have to understand dark energy. In the 1920s, Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is expanding. The galaxies are moving away from us. But in 1998, we discovered something far worse. The expansion is not slowing down, it is accelerating. The very fabric of space itself is stretching, and it is stretching faster every single second. Einstein's theory of relativity states that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. And that is true. No object can move through space faster than light. But space itself is not an object. Space has no speed limit. The empty void between galaxies can stretch and multiply at a rate much faster than light. And it is. Imagine 2 ships on an ocean, floating perfectly still, but the water between them is magically multiplying, creating more and more distance. The ships are not moving, but they are getting further apart. Now imagine the water multiplying so fast that even if you fired a laser from one ship to the other, the distance is growing faster than the light can travel. The light will never reach the other ship. This is happening right now, in every direction you look. Because the universe is expanding uniformly, the further a galaxy is from us, the more expanding space there is between us, which means the further away it is, the faster it appears to be receding. At a certain distance, roughly 16 billion light-years away, the expansion of space exceeds the speed of light. This boundary is called the cosmic event horizon. It is the edge of our reality. If a galaxy crosses that line, it is gone, permanently. If we built a spaceship today that could travel at exactly 99.99% the speed of light, and we aimed it at a galaxy beyond that horizon, we would never reach it. We could travel for 1 trillion years, and the space between us would simply stretch faster than we could cross it. No signal we send will ever reach them. No signal they send will ever reach us. When you look at the famous Hubble Deep Field image, filled with thousands of glittering galaxies, you are looking at a graveyard. The light from those galaxies took billions of years to reach our telescopes. We are seeing them as they were in the deep past. But while that light was traveling toward us, the galaxies themselves were being carried away by the expansion of space. Today, 94% of the galaxies we can observe have already crossed the cosmic event horizon. They are already gone. We can see their ancient light, but they are physically unreachable. We are surrounded by ghosts. Trillions of massive, swirling cities of stars that we can photograph, but that no longer exist in our accessible universe. So, what is left? If 94% of the observable universe is already out of reach, and the rest is accelerating away from us, what do we actually get to keep? We get the local group. Gravity is a weak force on a cosmic scale, but over short distances, it can overpower dark energy. The Milky Way is gravitationally bound to a small cluster of neighboring galaxies: the Andromeda Galaxy, the Triangulum Galaxy, and roughly 50 smaller dwarf galaxies. This is the local group. Gravity holds us together. We are essentially on a cosmic raft, holding hands in the dark, while the rest of the universe is violently pulled away from us. The local group is our permanent, inescapable home. It represents about 0.00005% of the observable universe. That is it. 2 trillion galaxies out there, and we are permanently locked out of 99.99995% of them. We will never leave the local group. Even with perfect, godlike technology, physics forbids it. The 0.00005% is not just our neighborhood, it is our entire physical reality. The rest of the cosmos is a hologram, fading into the dark. But the tragedy of dark energy does not end with our isolation. It ends with the erasure of history. Let us fast forward 100 billion years from now. Over the eons, gravity will pull the local group together. Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide and merge, forming a single, colossal, elliptical galaxy. Astronomers call it Milkomeda. Every star, every planet, every remnant of our neighborhood will be consolidated into this one massive island of light. And outside that island? Nothing. By this time, dark energy will have stretched the space around us so much that every other galaxy in the universe will have been pushed far beyond the cosmic event horizon. They will recede so fast that their light will be stretched into infinitely long, undetectable wavelengths. They will go completely dark. When a future civilization born on a planet in Milkomeda, hundreds of billions of years from now, looks up at the night sky, they will see the stars of their own galaxy. But when they build their own telescopes, when they point their own Hubble into the deep space beyond their galactic rim, they will see absolutely nothing. Total, unbroken, infinite blackness. They will have no way of knowing that other galaxies ever existed. They will have no way of detecting the expansion of the universe, because there will be no distant objects to measure. Even the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang itself, which we use today to prove the origin of the universe, will have been stretched and diluted by dark energy until it is completely undetectable. The universe is actively deleting its own past. This future civilization will study physics. They will build observatories. They will be brilliant. And based on all the empirical scientific evidence available to them, they will logically conclude that their single galaxy is the entire universe. They will believe that the universe is static, unchanging, and consists of one lonely island of stars floating in an infinite, empty void. And they will be completely, scientifically wrong, because the universe destroyed the evidence before they were born. Which brings us to the profound, terrifying privilege of the present moment. We are living in a temporary, golden window of cosmic time. We evolved just late enough to have the intelligence to look up, but just early enough to still see the truth. We can still see the ghosts. We can still measure the Big Bang. We can still look out and see 2 trillion galaxies, even as they are rushing toward the exit. We are among the only generations in the history of the cosmos who will ever know what the universe actually looks like. The night sky is not an open ocean. It is a theater that is slowly turning off its lights, one by one. Right now, countless galaxies are crossing the invisible horizon, slipping into the dark, never to be seen or reached again. The universe is fracturing, isolating every local cluster into its own lonely pocket of existence. The prison doors are closing, but for a little while longer, we can look through the bars. We can see the sheer, unimaginable scale of a cosmos that we were never meant to touch. And we can know, with absolute certainty, that we are living in the light before the long, permanent dark begins.